Ayo, welcome to my city of dreams. Nothing really what it seems, where nothing really matters but getting lots of cream. Okay, this for the team trying to make it out the scheme. I'ma keep grinding till I make it to my dream.
Never treat you wrong, to each his own. Snooping waves to new Cheech and Chong. We up in smoke, making street schemes, smoking stinky green, having sweet dreams. Break it down, put it in the CI's ad, and pour the top back, and let that ass drag. Just which quickest way to get a bitch.
I love it. Forget about it. I should have been in movies from the day I was born. You fucking kidding me? But it's alright, because we're going to take the time to enjoy ourselves, enjoy the story of how motherfuckers like me survived in the Lower East Side coming up as the fucking, a little spick in a fucking Italian Chinese neighborhood. Like, it's a hell of a story. It's a great story. I'm pretty sure that my audience will enjoy it. I want to know how that came out at some point.
What was your favorite thing to eat in the neighborhood?
Well listen, I'm Spanish, so automatically we ate Spanish food, yes. Then we had Chinese food on, let's say like maybe a special occasion, somebody graduated, somebody made a first communion, something like that. We go out, the family, the brothers, the fathers, the mothers, eat at a Chinese restaurant. And that's what it was great, because the food was great and it was affordable. And you're from the neighborhood, so they know you. And when you call on the phone, they already fucking knew who you were by your voice. Mm-hmm. And remember, these are Spanish people talking to Chinese people. Mm-hmm. So you know how crazy that shit is, right? But we did it. But yeah, it was interesting. It was, we had the one block, there was only a block difference that separated the Chinese from the Italian. Because if you walk west a block, you're in Little Italy. And from where I was born and raised is like the beginning. Walking down south on Mulberry Street or Mott Street. If you're on Mott Street, you're on the Chinatown side. If you're on Mulberry Street, you're on the Little Italy side. So obviously you're gonna see the cafes, the restaurants, and forget about it, they're all phenomenal. It's like they all have their own history and time. You know what I'm saying?
Famous dishes and shit.
The famous dishes, the famous people that came and frequent and ate there, that, promoted them, not as for good food, but these guys were actors, mobsters, and people of that sort. And it gave popularity, and not only that these certain people came to these restaurants, but there was some story. It was like, history. Al Capone, people like that, so people of that nature. So it was very interesting growing up where I grew up. It wasn't easy. It was hard. You had to fucking, you had to be stand up. You had to fucking take a lick when you had to. And you had to fight when you had to fight. It took many years before peace came and, people started living and dealing with each other as Spanish and white. But one thing, growing up, there was only like one black family in the whole fucking neighborhood. And so I'm talking about going way back. And this was the only black family that was able to walk through our neighborhood like.
What year was this?
Whoa. About 1979 into the 1980s, like that. Oh yeah, there was no, that wasn't like really allowed, And the Spanish people that we were born with, so they had no choice but to deal with us. But they did, Somewhere along the line, we worked with each other and, eventually turned into a community of, Spanish, Italian, in-betweens, and Chinese, obviously. And up to this day, we made such a fucking bond that you know, you won't fucking believe it. In the days that I was growing up, the Chinese only dealt with fucking Chinese. Nobody outside. But with time, problems and issues, robberies, murders, some of these things united us, and we became an alliance, where it was the fucking Italians, the Chinese, and the Spanish people. At some point, they started kind of like working together, and you know, if there was a fucking problem, we would handle it straight up. It didn't matter what the fuck it was, you know. But I don't know. I guess I was trained to fucking fight or trained to take a fucking beating, because I took so many beatings in my fucking life, and I never fucking shed a tear.
From the childhood?
From childhood, you know what I'm saying? From when the fucking Pampers came off. I think they should have gave me a fucking gun or a knife. And by the time I was 15, yeah, I did have a gun and a knife. And a bat. Yes, I did. It was the way I was brought up. It's not my fucking fault, you know? But,
You see it in movies, it's all the time.
yeah, but I grew up, you know, the circle of kids I grew up with, like, were really fucking tough kids, so you couldn't be like a half-assed motherfucker. It's either you were fucking tough or you were just a fucking pussy, straight. There was no in between, you know? And in those days, bro, you know, it wasn't about a knife or a gun. It was about a fucking fish. You're gonna fucking throw it down, you know? I remember my brothers, when they first came to this country, the Italian kids would fuck with them. And my father that brought them to this country, not even their father, he was like, yo, I'm tired of this bullshit. So what he did, he grabbed my two fucking brothers, and he made my two brothers fight the whole fucking Italian neighborhood that there was to fight. And he fucking told them, you want any of you motherfuckers lose, you got a problem, because I'm gonna fuck you up. And they fucking fought with their fucking heart. And you know, and shit like that was normal. That was like an everyday thing. But the only cool thing about it, that it was done in that manner. And you would say, why would fucking people do that? But in a way, it was a form of fucking earning respect. And it was so fucking crazy because my father sat there and made my two brothers fight at least 10 fucking guys. You know what I'm saying? They both fought 5 guys apiece right there on the fucking spot in the middle of the fucking street. There was no fucking cops and anybody. Nobody was fucking getting involved. Trust me. But that's how it was. And you know, shit like that, and knowing, you know, that motherfuckers were gonna fucking beef and fight, you know, like, you know, not like pussy out, was, you know, people didn't expect that, you know, people would just fucking bend over and let you fuck them in the ass, but no. These not the type of kids we grew up with. No. So, yeah, you had to fucking have some balls, you know, and you fucking, I was never a fucking great fighter. I'm not like a fucking boxer, but I didn't give a fuck. I was just trained to fucking brawl, just fight, straight up. Win, lose, I didn't give a fuck. Crack my head, hit me with a bat. I've been hit with every fucking thing under the sun. The only thing I haven't been hit with is a fucking car. But fucking bricks, pipes, bats, I've been stabbed. What the fuck? I've thrown myself out windows. But I don't know. I'm fucking still here to tell the story.
A bird just came crashing down over there.
A bird?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. You know what I mean? But I love it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
I love my life.
It's just crazy.
But the Lower East Side has fucking, my fucking blood. My blood and my heart is in the fucking cement and in the bricks. You fucking have no idea. And many of my friends that got killed, their blood as well is there. But, you know, because guys before me, older than me, and guys like me, we was able to fucking live as Spanish people, and you know, when racism was fucking hard. You think us as Spanish people had it bad, the blacks had it even fucking worse, you kidding me? So, but it was no fucking free trip. You earned your keep, you earned your medals, you earned your respect. And you know, we were all trained never to fucking rat on your friends. That's one thing I've never done and I never will.
I think that's like a hood model. I just.
No, well, you gotta understand that in those days, growing up, there was rules to the fucking game. You look to the streets now today, there's no motherfucking rules. There's no respect. At least when I was growing up, we fucking did shit, but we did it with respect. And we did it by the rules. Like, street rules that were obeyed. And, you know, in them days, there were families that ran shit. And, you know, you go against them, what you got was dead. Straight jacket. You got dead. You know? And, you know how it was. Fucking anybody had a business, motherfuckers running shit, yeah, you had to pay them fucking security. You didn't pay, you gotta shut down and you gotta leave. You know? Fucking street motherfuckers gotta eat. It was a way of eating, and it was a way of life. That was the earlier stages. In the next episode, we're gonna talk about the teenage years. You know, the gangs, and you know, when you had to represent. And represent means a lot of fucking things. And in those days, when somebody fucking did you a favor, that means you fucking owe them a favor. And what people didn't know in those days, that when you owe certain people a favor, that favor could cost you your fucking life. But you know what? If they fucking help you out, it doesn't matter what you gotta do, because you know what? Well, I'm one motherfucker that didn't give a fuck. I did what I had to do when somebody did me a fucking favor. And I'm not talking about, you know, let me fucking $10 favors. I'm talking about like, yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna put in some work, a straight jacket. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. You saved my life, I'll do what the fuck you want. Pretty much. Here's to the next episode, folks.
Cheers to that.